What up, guys? Welcome to my new channel and my first video on YouTube. I go by Belko Builds. That's just what I named my channel because that's what I go by on Instagram and stuff. So initially I started this channel to vlog my whole 91 Foxbody Mustang build, which as you can see it's kind of put on hold over here because I got some other projects I got going on. Got the GT40 set up, upper and lower, GT40P heads. I got the trick flow spring kit and all that good stuff that need to drop those off at the machine shop. Then I got some shorties, E303 cam. But as for now, I got a project in the garage. It's a 99 F-350. I'm building a chase truck rack on it. That's actually for like Baja use. He chases a race team down there for like race trucks and stuff. So he needs a rack built over the top of his truck to hold lights and spare tires, gas, all that good stuff. So I know I should have started this video earlier, but I thought better late than never. So I'm just gonna go over what I've already done on the truck and then show you how I did it. I'm gonna try to show you how I got these rails going down the side over here, and then I'll just try the best I can to show or shed some knowledge for you guys. If there's anything I can help you out with, or if you guys want to teach me something, I'm cool with that. But any suggestions, like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think, and stay tuned. I got a lot in store for this channel, guys. Thanks. So the first thing that I took into account when building the rack was this first tube. I wanted to get it close as I could, but of course, the plate stops at the end of the plastic cover here that runs down the bed rail. So I got it close as I could, but still safe enough so any flexing or anything like that, it won't hit the truck. Up here, that's where I went with about a 4-inch gap. And that's just to ensure that when he does flex, because he is taking this down to Baja and Mexico and stuff like that, that it doesn't hit the roof of the cab. So basically I ran that first tube. It's clearing by about 4 1/8, I believe. That's what I went with up there. And then I got this main cross member that goes across, and that's actually the one tube that I'm running right there for the bottom of the rack. That's where the plating up there, where the actual floor of the roof rack's gonna sit. So I have that tacked in there up there just to ensure that it doesn't flex or anything when I'm tacking in all my, all the other stuff down here. So as soon as I got that down, it's all tacked in. And then this bottom rail, I actually ran it down on top of these 3/16 plates that I built to run down the bed rail here. I'm actually using 3/8 grade 8 hardware all the way down the side of this thing. And this is all 1.5" DOM 095 wall. And that's what I started with, and a lot of people are going to say that's overkill, or you don't need to do that type of material for a roof rack, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. I take pride in what I build, so I'd rather make it what I would like. So the second tube down here is, I actually went down here just enough to fit a full 90 bend into it, and then I got the gap width that I wanted, and then I went down here and I measured out my notch. And of course, it's not just a regular notch where you button up a tube to it. It's actually clocked backwards in that way, just a little bit. So I'll show you in another video how I actually do the notching on here. But I just take into account for the material that I need to actually fit up against it, and then I deduct that out of the full length. Got that down here, and exactly what I wanted was about a 1/4 inch from the back here. And I actually notched out the portion of where the nut goes, because all these nuts are getting welded in. Kind of want them to be like studs, so he can kind of just lift the rack out. Oh, not lift the rack out, because not one guy's taking this rack out when I'm done. But I'll show you what it looks like before all the final fitment and all that stuff's all tacked up. So the 90-degree bends right there. It is, this is just rough cut, but I propped it up with a spacer that I wanted. That's how I account for the notch. I measure everything out, make sure it's right where I want it. I perfectly fit it, and once it's right where I want it, tack it in, make sure it's all square and everything, and then that'll be another structure I can build off of. And I do not weld anything fully until it's perfectly what I want it, exactly where it's supposed to be, square, plumb, all that good stuff. So there is a lot of stuff I need to do on this before it's done, but I figure it's better to start filming with what I have and show you guys the build, or go along with the process with me. So I'll try to video everything that I do to the best of my ability. If you have any questions, feel free to comment. I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. So stay tuned, got a lot in store for this thing. So I got the tube all sized up in here. It's all mocked up with my spacer and everything. So basically I counted for about 3/8 of an inch of a notch on that side here on the leading edge. So when you get down here, now it's time to notch this tube to fit onto the actual main bar that goes up to the roof rack. So actually what I do is I mark the bottom center and the top center so you can't ever twist the notch and screw it up and put it at the wrong angle. So at that point there, I always take the measurement of this tube up here, that gap, and then account for it on the bottom side here. So that'll get it sitting flush, and then I account for that extra 1/8 of an inch to fit it around the tube so it sits in there nice and flush and everything like that. Bottom side of the rack, I made the front tube, which is going to come out, come back over, reunite with the other side. So I got that all bent up, and then this is the actual plate that's going to mount all these 5-inch ProComp LEDs, if I can remember where I put them. These guys here is what the customer gave me, so we got to mount 5 of these across this whole entire plate here. So this is just all mocked up. I'm about to tack it all up. This is all freehand cut, so kind of massaged it in there the best I could and to the way that my eye liked it. So after it's all tacked up in there, I'll show you what that looks like. The thing I just wanted to be sure of is when you're down to the side of it, you can't even tell the plate's in there. I made it so it's perfectly flush in there because I just don't want it to be sticking up or looking tacky when people look at it. I like the work to be clean, you know, and almost to the point where like people don't notice the little details. So that's just a little tip that I put in there, something that people never notice, but I know is up there, and it's going to make the rack look a whole lot cleaner on that bottom tube up there.